What's good, YouTube? It's your boy T-Rich, man, and I'm back with another video, man, and I'm back with another reaction, man. Hey, man, and so as you can tell by the title, man, today we will be reacting to the 10 most dangerous bugs in the world, man. 10 most dangerous bugs in the world. Weird. But I mean, today, man, we're gonna be reacting to that, man. You know what I'm saying? If you're new to the channel, man, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel, man. And if you would, man, make sure you hit that post notification bell so you can be notified when the next time I drop, man. But man, let's get right into this video, man.
Deaths than a vicious beast like a bear. Here we have 10 of the most dangerous bugs in the world. Watch out for the first one, as it'll give you chills like never before. Number 10. Bullet ant. Starting with the biggest ant in the world, the bullet ant is the bug you definitely need to avoid. This small insect is capable of bites that can trigger an extreme level of pain in the bitten area. The sting from a bullet ant is perhaps the most painful insect sting ever known to humans. The venom-filled sting from a bullet ant would feel like being shot.
What?
That's why this deadly ant is named the bullet ant. They're found in the lowland rainforests of Nicaragua, Bolivia, and Paraguay. They mainly inhabit the bases of trees, and bullet ants are also among the largest ants in the world. Their sting is almost 30 times more painful than a...
I'm not even care. I thought some shit was calling on me for a minute, man.
honeybee sting, and they use such intensely painful stings solely for their defense. When threatened, no matter whether it's a large animal or a human, bullet ants will sting repeatedly. Their venom causes intense pain, burning, and swelling. Typically, the pain of a bullet ant sting will last for 24 hours. Number 9. Botflies.
Botflies. The fuck?
Could there be anything more disgusting than flies developing under your skin and then eating their way out? The larvae of botflies are internal parasites of mammals. The young female botflies lay eggs within the skin of mammals. The larvae penetrate through the skin and lives in subdermal zones of the human skin for more than 60 days, and it can cause dangerous effects to the human body. The patients could feel the movement of larvae beneath their skin, and once the larva development gets complete, it leaves out of the body. If you're vacationing south of the US border in Mexico, or down through South America and the rainforests, take precautions and beware of subtle illness after returning home. It's been reported that a person can hear these parasites when the infestation is around the neck area. How creepy. Number 8. Fleas.
Weird.
Fleas are just like people whose opinions differ from yours. In other words, they're small, wingless, blood-sucking insects. They can also infect you with the plague. In the 14th century Europe, the Black Plague killed about 25 million people. A flea's life is spent searching for a place to call home where they can enjoy a meal of sweet, warm blood. They're external parasites that suck blood from humans, birds, reptiles, and wild and domestic animals. Fleas are only the size of the tip of a pen and reproduce very quickly. Every female flea lays 2,000 eggs within their lifespan. Of the 3,000 types of fleas worldwide, only about a dozen are considered harmful to humans, causing plague and/or a flea-borne variety of typhus. The most important species are the rat flea, the human flea, and the cat flea. The best way to stave them off is by staying clean and vacuuming your carpets. Keeping a check on your pets if they're itching themselves is very important too. Number 7. Fire ant.
Oh, fire ants, man.
Yes, ants can kill you, although it's highly unlikely. They can also inflict extremely painful bites. One of the most painful bites is from fire ant.
Hey, man, I ain't gonna lie, man. I got a story about a fire ant, man. I got fucked up by some fire ants before, man. But that's a whole nother story, man.
These little ants build their colonies on the ground in soil and sand very close to your feet. If you're not careful, your feet can be covered in record time, and the biting begins before you ever have a chance to get away. They attack and kill small animals. Fire ants only bite to get a grip, and then they sting and inject a toxic venom composed of oil alkaloids mixed with small amounts of toxic proteins. The sting, which feels like being burned by fire, typically swells into a bump quickly, which can cause further pain and irritation. Some people either are or become allergic to the venom. Sometimes.
So that's crazy. I did not know the fucking fire ants was somewhat toxic, my nigga. That's crazy because, like, literally, bro, I've been fucked up by some fire ants before, man. I was outside mowing the yard one day, man. I had fucked around and you know how you get up under a tree, you chilling trying to get some shade or some shit like that. My whole foot was covered in ant, man. I was stepping in the ant pile, whole foot covered in ant, bro. I ain't gonna even care. That one of the day. I think that was my last time ever in my life mowing the yard, bro. For real, for real.
To the point of anaphylactic shock, which can be fatal. Fire ants are very protective of their colonies, and so intruders are given no mercy, so you better watch where you step. Number 6. The kissing bug. How sweet. The kissing bug is a bug that gives kisses. However, the name is deceiving because these are not the types of kisses you'd ever want in your lifetime. It's actually a blood-sucking parasite that's attracted to its feeding sites by breath. So if you breathe through your mouth, you're a target. Kissing bugs have a head in the shape of a cone. They're usually light brown to black in color, although some species have red, yellow, or tan markings on their stomach. Kissing bugs occasionally bite humans in their sleep, and people with sensitive skin could have an allergic reaction. This kisser leaves behind a gift after he's done feasting, chagas, which can be a life-threatening illness. The best way to stay safe from these bugs is to keep them out of your house. There's absolutely no need to pet them, no matter how intimidating the name must be. If that does not give you chills, number 1 definitely will. Number 5. Giant hornet. Also known as the giant Japanese hornet, these guys are not to be taken lightly. Measuring 2 to 3 inches, this hornet carries a toxin that often leads to paralysis, kidney failure, and death, oftentimes a slow one in those that are bitten. Much like mosquitoes, this Asian pest is attracted to humans who sweat, drink alcohol, smell sweet, or are running. They grow up to a size of 2 inches. Every year, up to 40 deaths are recorded by the sting of a giant hornet. The venom of the Japanese hornet would cause an allergic reaction and dissolve tissues within a short time. The repeated stinging from a group of hornets could also result in death. These hornets are very aggressive and fearless. Each colony of giant hornet contains up to 700 members, and they're not your normal local bees either. A giant hornet can finish like 40 bees in 1 minute. So when vacationing in Asia, consider this hornet when you're deciding on activities. Number 4. Tsetse fly.
Tsetse fly.
Native to tropical Africa, these big, biting flies spread the parasitic infection that causes African sleeping sickness, a disease that is 100% fatal without treatment, and the treatment itself is notoriously difficult. They mainly feed on the blood of vertebrates. The extremely dangerous insects inject potent toxin on each sting. There are drugs, but they must be administered with great care, and parasite resistance to them is always a risk. If bitten by an insect tsetse fly, you develop confusion, poor coordination, numbness, and difficulty sleeping. What next? Nothing serious, just that you then die, most likely. Because the disease is so fatal, recent mitigation efforts have focused on controlling the bugs themselves, which has reduced the number of cases exponentially. In years past, African sleeping sickness was responsible for killing as many as 500,000 people every year by some estimates. In 2015, fatal cases were estimated at 3,500. Number 3. The killer bee.
The killer bee.
Bees were responsible for the deaths of 89 Americans in 2017, according to the CDC. Anaphylactic shock is the killer, and about 80% of those who die are male. There are probably some personal issues.
Did you know that Norway, the silly little country that everyone thinks is Finland, out-electrics us?
Between them. We've already talked about one bee, but this list wouldn't be complete without the killer bee. Also known as the African or Africanized honeybee, it is responsible for 1 or 2 deaths a year worldwide. The sting of this bee is no worse than that of most other honeybees, so you might be thinking, what's so special about them? What's different is that the Africanized honeybees are much more defensive and sting in proportionally higher numbers than other bees, like 10 times more. They will chase a person a mile just to sting them. What kind of defense is that? These persistent bugs are also known to have killed horses. They live within large colonies that contain more than 80,000 members. And once they get disturbed, the bees become alerted for the next 24 hours and would attack any animals or humans that come within their range. Giant water bugs are voracious predators that take down everything from ducklings to venomous snakes. And they're known as the lion weight predators, as they just take up a position holding onto a plant in the water, and anything that moves in front of them, they'll grab it and try to eat it. These may look like cockroaches, but water bugs are much more vicious than them. Their bite can be very painful, but fortunately, it's not harmful to humans. The most fascinating thing about this creature is that it carries its eggs on its back. Does this make your body itch? Number 1. Mosquitoes.
Mosquitoes? What the fuck?
This might be a surprise to you because you must be thinking, how can such a small pest be so dangerous? Well, the answer is very dangerous. Despite their size, mosquitoes carry life-threatening diseases, and measures should be taken to protect against large infestations. This tiny pest is responsible for such misery and death. Throughout the world, more people are killed by mosquito-borne illness than any other factor. Nowhere in the United States is safe from mosquitoes. They're found everywhere, even in Alaska. There are special areas in the US that are prime real estate for mosquitoes. But the truth is, warm or hot weather and any puddle of stagnant water is a breeding ground. To avoid having these beasts around you, make sure that your yard is not welcoming them in. Change pet water bowls daily, repair leaking hoses, and eliminate any other sources of standing water. There are mosquitoes that even breed inside something as simple as a discarded damp potato chip bag. For them, it's free real estate. Which one of these bugs gave you the most chills? Let us know in the comments. And if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like and...
Alright, man. So if you enjoyed the video, man, as they said, don't forget to like and hit the subscribe button, man. You know, I'm your boy T-Rich, man. And I'm out.